So good morning once again, everyone. Welcome to this Language and Culture Fest 2022 edition. Let me introduce myself. My name is Veronica Espino and I work at the Language Center. Let me introduce to Jose Antonio Merino Bazañez. I will read your bio so the rest of the participants can have the chance to get to know you better and to know the important activities that you do at this university, okay? So Jose Antonio Merino Bazañez is currently responsible for the International Cooperation Department in the International Affairs and Academic Exchange Office at the Autonomous University of Hidalgo State. He holds a bachelor degree in foreign trade. He has supported in the area of internationalization, academic cooperation, and liaison with embassies and participates in the development of special projects that strengthen the internationalization of the UEAH, among other tasks. So welcome once again, Mr. Jose Antonio Merino. And this is the talk that is Herons Around the World. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning and thank everyone to be here. Well, my name is Jose Antonio Merino. As my colleague says, I am the responsible of the International Cooperation Department at the International Affairs Office. Well, first of all, I would like to send an apology from Mr. Rafael Cravioto Torres, Director of the International Affairs Office. He couldn't make it to this presentation because of his agenda, but he sent you warm regards. Okay, the next one, please. Today, I'm gonna talk about our international recognition mobility program, its benefits, different modalities, our worldwide presence, some of our special programs, our safety protocols, and more. To get started, I'm going to quote a phrase from Mr. Rafael Cravioto. Mobility program allows students to accelerate the development of generic and specific skills. Mobility, one of the main actions within the internalization process. Currently, UAH is one of the best higher educations in Mexico. It has been ranked in the 1001 plus DHE world ranking and 801/1000 QS World University ranking. Also, it has the 4 stars out of 5 in general terms in the British rating QS stars. Well, thanks to the mobility program, students from UAH can participate to study in a higher education institution. It can be national or international. Well, as I always said, there are a lot of mobility benefits. Some of them are these ones. Adaptation. It is one of the most important points about academic and personal growth because it is the capacity to adapt the adverse situations with positive results as soon as you can. Transculturality. For mobility, this point is key. This type of experience will force us to interact with people who have different ways of thinking and living in the world. Communication. The reinforcement of a second language is key for our professional development and for our life. Collaborative work, problem solving. This because many of you, mobility will be your first life experience away from your families. Increase the cultural baggage, critical thinking, leadership, and networking. Okay, there are different types of mobility. We have the academic mobility for teachers and student mobility. These ones are, it can be for a semester or for a year. Thesis preparation stay that it can be from 10, 20 days to 31. Research stay, internship, social service, cultural immersion stay and language strengthening, managers mobility of administrative or staff. This mobility can be nationally, internationally, internally, and virtually. Well, thanks to the prestige that UIH has, we have 114 mobility agreements with 4 of the 5 continents in the world, which are found on our virtual map of agreements on our microsite. If you let me, I will show you how easy it is to get access and interact with the agreements map. Just wait for a moment. You can see the map, I think. Well, I don't know why it isn't there, but first you need to access to Google and search Mapa de Convenios de la UAH. No. Then you need to enter to the first link and start looking for the country you are interested in. Well, then you will have the option to select the country, university, and you can look for the general information there of the agreement, university, and you also can see the PDF of this university agreement. Sorry. I would like to talk about some of our special programs here. Well, we have the COSPI program that is signed an agreement with German Academic Exchange Service. This program is for engineering and natural sciences students. It consists of a stay of 13 months in Germany, which is divided into an intensive German language course of 3 months, a semester of academic mobility in a higher education institution in Germany, and finally carry out your professional internship in a company for 4 months in Germany. Social service at Kansas University Medical Center. This program is for students who are finishing their medical internship. It consists of completing a year of social service at the University of Kansas Medical Center in the Juntos program. The Erasmus Plus program, which is signed with the Hradec Králové University at Czech Republic. This program is for students of social sciences and humanities. It consists of completing a semester of mobility at the University of Hradec Králové with a maintenance grant provided by the Erasmus Plus program. We have created a monitoring and accompaniment sub-program and safety protocol, which consists mainly of promote students' safety and integrity. We have communication with the students and parents 24 hours, the 7 days of the week. And we also have WhatsApp groups along with the students, parents, and our staff. These are some of our students of success stories we have in the history of the educational mobility program. We have Ulises Elizalde Jimenez. He went to the Kaohsiung Medical University at Taiwan. We have 8 indigenous students seminar on identity and community leadership at the New Mexico University in Albuquerque. We have Mitzi Cruz Quijano. He went to the Lunar Planetary Institute at the NASA. We have Octavio Daniel Rodriguez. He went to Fulbright Garcia Robles at Southern Illinois University, and Emmanuel Ramirez Martinez. He went to Fulbright Garcia Robles, Harvard University. Well, the interest in the mobility program increases exponentially every year, and I am pleased to share with you the results of the mobility program. It is important to mention that 93% of the mobility students, they get outstanding grades in their subjects, and they have proficiency English in level C1. Now, if you let me, I will show you a video about some of our students participating in the International Mobility Program. O sea, está bien, pero donde se ve el video sale como apagado la bocina.
Knowing there's a reason, all my dreams come alive. Life is for living. With you, I've made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turns to color all around. All is new in the shape that I have found. This is living now. This is living now.
Tú como yo, lánzate de movilidad.
In your love, I'm complete. There's no
Hola, yo soy Karina y estudio Inteligencia de Mercados.
Yo soy Gabriel y estudio Ciencias de la Comunicación.
Yo soy Vanessa y también estudio Ciencias de la Comunicación.
Bienvenidos a Estambul.
Somos estudiantes de la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de Hidalgo de intercambio en la Escuela Istanbul Aydın University en Turquía.
Estamos en la oficina para estudiantes internacionales, la cual te ayudará durante todo el proceso de tu intercambio.
Gracias a esta experiencia hemos podido conocer personas de todo el mundo.
Hola. Yaraba. Hola, soy Maki de Argentina.
Hi, I'm Jan from Slovakia.
Hello, I am Kim from South Korea.
En estos momentos estoy en contingencia debido al COVID-19. Antes de este estado, mi vida diaria consistía en ir a clases, salir a explorar un poco la ciudad y salir con mis amigos. Yo me encontraba a punto de viajar a Suiza cuando me enteré por primera vez de este estado de emergencia. Fue a través de las redes sociales y lo primero que pensé es que estábamos ante una situación única en la vida y que íbamos a tener una muy buena historia que contar a nuestros nietos. La Universidad de Masaryk nos ha brindado la flexibilidad de poder continuar con el semestre en línea hasta que sea posible regresar a clases. La UAEH, por su lado, también me ha brindado el acompañamiento necesario desde el primer día de mi movilidad y también desde el primer día de esta contingencia. Tomamos todas las decisiones en conjunto con mi familia y he sentido su apoyo en todo momento. Me gustaría decirles que vamos a salir de esta, que la vida normal va a regresar tarde o temprano y este es el momento crítico y necesitamos el apoyo de todos. Así que tú como yo, quédate en casa.
Well, I think I fixed the problem with the map. I'm going to explain it again. So let me know if you can see it. Okay. I will show you how it is to interact. I'm going to select a country. It can be, in this case, Germany. There are the universities that we have agreements. So I'm gonna choose University of Münster, Applied Sciences. Well, and then if you can look for the general information and the PDF of the agreement. There's the ranking and the PDF. There is also the web page of the university where you can find the academic courses they have. Well, just to finish my presentation, I'm gonna highly recommend to you to follow up our program, UAH Una Puerta al Mundo, where there we talk about, in a general way, about the countries with which we have collaboration. And also, I'm gonna thank all your attention, and I'll be ready for your questions. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Merino. Thank you so much for this important information. Okay, so I see that we have some comments for you, very positive comments regarding the information you were sharing. For example, like this, Sebastián Sustaeta said, very good use of the language, interesting lecture, great presentation from Chantal, and congratulations, she says to you. And other positive things. Listen, please, students and teachers that are here in this session, please, if you have any question or any comment, use the chat box so Mr. Merino can know and can answer your questions in case you have them. So let's give them a chance to think probably of a question. Excellent presentation, Fanny says. Thanks for the information provided. Dulce Tovar says, thanks for the information, it is very important. Also, Naidelin Alondra from Licenciatura en Gerontología, all very interesting. Thank you very much. Excellent presentation, thanks for the information. I like it, great topic, great. Okay, Mr. Merino. So while the rest of the participants think of a question or think of another comment, I have a couple of questions. I saw that you were also an exchange student, Mr. Merino. So can you share your experience with us in order to invite this academic community to have the same experience as you had? So could you?
Well, as a as a student, I remember that maybe at the first time I knew about these mobility programs, I think it was harder than it is. And maybe you can think there is a lot of information you need, and there's like too much time you need to spend to participate in the program, but it's easier than you think. I think the main points you need to have, it's a good level of language. It can be French or English or German, to participate in these programs. Also, as you said, I was an exchange student. I went to the Universidad de Lleida at Catalunya, and then I need to learn how to speak in Catalan. I also made a certification of Catalan in that moment when I was younger. But the main thing I can say about these programs, that it is not just to go to study and go to, well, another university. It's more than that. You know a lot of people. You can try your best on your language skills and academic ones. So I really want you to ask some questions, because I want you to be here and try it, and don't let it pass. You're, well, I know you're young people and you have a lot of possibilities to make it out. So if you're interested, please just ask something. And you also can ask me something about my personal experience in this program. It can be academic or traveling, I don't know. So if you have questions, it will be nice.
Thank you, Mr. Merino. That is a wonderful recommendation. As you said, to start, I think we have to be aware of the fact that we have to know English or any other foreign language, such as German, French, or any other language. As you said, you had to learn Catalan, right? So that is a whole challenge. It is not only about this paperwork that we have to gather in order to continue with this exchange process. So let me see if the participants have another question. Well, only positive comments. Thanks for your time and information shared. Have a good day. Saul Espinosa, congratulations, good information and interesting. I like it. Yeah, great. I have another question for you, Mr. Merino. Listen, this is just a quick review of the steps that students have to follow in order to start the exchange process. So what is the first step? The first step that any student has to take in order to begin this exchange process at the university?
Well, first of all, as I said, there are some points we need to have. First is the average. It needs to be more than 8.5. The students need to have 60% of the 50% of the credits of their degree. Well, they need to be regular students, and they have they need to have a certification, an official one of a language. That is the first steps, and then they can come with us to integrate their file. And also, if they have any doubts, we have officials emails that I'm going to write it on the chat.
Here we have a question from Frida Fed Sofia Hernandez. She says, were you afraid when you started studying abroad? Now, this is a good question. I think you have your microphone.
Yeah, because, well, the level of the academic in Europe is higher, I think. I was afraid, but just at the start. Of course, as I said, it was my first experience away from my parents. I think that's one of my most afraid, that I was afraid, but I think the experience when you are knowing new people and also a different country, it's easier than you think. So don't be afraid about that.
So in other words, we are saying that there are more benefits, right, than disadvantages when we travel abroad in an exchange program, right?
Yeah, and also you have a lot of time to travel and know. Well, it was one of my dreams to know a lot of countries in Europe, and we have like a lot of time to study and to travel.
Great. So just to recap, Mr. Merino, so you said we have to be aware of the language level that we have to demonstrate. Also, the average, the academic average that we have to demonstrate also, right? In the program. But also, I have a question. Can we choose the country that we want to go or travel to freely?
Yeah, of course. At the moment you came here, you need to see 3 options of mobility, and you can choose 3 different universities. So you have the options, and well, they are based on the language you are gonna study. If you want to go to Portugal, you need to study Portuguese. If you want to go to France, you need to study French. And there are also universities in France that are on English.
Okay, so I can choose 3 countries according to the preference that I have, and also according to the proficiency of the language?
Yeah,
So,
of course.
Okay, I see. Thank you so much. So listen, students and teachers who are in this session, please pay attention on the chat box. Mr. Merino and other colleagues from the International Affairs and Academic Exchange Office at the university are sharing important contact details with you on the chat box, as I said. So the recommendation is that you take them with you. Please take notes of these contact details. We have in here emails. It says IA-informes, I think. Okay, great.
Yeah, that's the one.
It says it's a good theme. I think it's a great opportunity to study in another country. Great. But we have in here, it says, para mayor información, contactar a la licenciada Selena Pérez. So we have the phone and an email also, right? So any last recommendation before we go, Mr. Merino?
Well, don't be afraid. In this case, if you dream it, you can make it. So don't be afraid.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your participation in this session. Thank you so much, Mr. Merino. And please stay in tune. Continue with the rest of the talks in this Language and Culture Fest 2022 edition. Thank you so much once again, Mr. Jose Antonio Merino Pasañez. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Day.
Thank you. Nice experience. Bye-bye.